Hey guys, this is jjaaxxthelegend here. Today, I'm here with the Minecraft redstone tutorial. And in this Minecraft redstone tutorial, I'm going to be showing you something that is so cool and will fix all of your storage solutions. No, it's not another item sorter, it's something even cooler. So let's hop off my little chair in my beautiful mansion and head downstairs. So if we come down here, we're in my little room, my little recreation room. If I open up this door and walk into my garage, so to get ready for an adventure, right behind me I have my Shulker swapper 9000. Now this is so cool and works in 1.12 and 1.13, and how it works is that as soon as you move this around, it goes to the one that you selected. So if you move this arrow, orange, got an orange Shulker box, just like so. And the blue one is my favorite because it's got all of my diamond hose in it. So now I've got my diamond hose, I think I'm ready for an adventure to my redstone creative flat world, where I'll show you all of the redstoning behind this. Okay, I'm now in my plot world super flat area, and behind me we have the redstoning behind this Shulker box swapper. Now, this Shulker box swapper is reasonably compact, it's just mainly going backwards. So I suggest building this somewhere where you have planned out some space. So, let's get on to the tutorial. Okay, for this tutorial, or this build, you are going to need a 5x6 hole that is 3 deep, and then some building blocks that you're going to be able to see, so you could use these ones as dirt and these ones as, like, say, stone brick. An arrow, some item frames, some shulker boxes, some hoppers, some dispensers, and some pistons. This is only for the first part of the build, so not for the rest. Okay, first come to the front of your 5x6 hole on the 5 long side and place 2 blocks in the corner like so. So they're 1 block diagonally up. And then create a 3x3 area like this. Now you can make this out of stone bricks, or you can make the middle out of stone bricks and do the outline in the color of wool that your shulker boxes are going to be. So if I wanted, say, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to use one color, but this one would be green, purple, red, orange, blue, and then so forth. So you could do it like that. But of course, you still have the item frames. So now, you need to place an item frame in the middle and on every single one of these blocks. So not on these 2 corner ones, but on every single one of these blocks in the 3x3 square, and an arrow in the middle. Now this arrow is going to be your selecting arrow. So now you can place a piston on this side, on the right side, and then a dispenser. Make sure it's a dispenser on the left side, facing towards the piston. So you should have something that looks like that. And then for the final thing for this part, you need to place a hopper that goes down into a block at the level of the floor. Then you can break these blocks that you use to place it. So make sure it's going straight down. So staying on the back side of the build, grab out some more hoppers, some droppers, not dispensers, and some redstone. Now what you want to do is grab a hopper and place a temporary block. You'll also need some of those, so I'm just going to grab some concrete. You don't have to use some of this. Place it, and then place the hopper going into that block. It should be going from looking at the back to your right, and from at the front to the left, so to the side the dispenser's on. And then replace that block with a dropper facing towards the wall, and then place another hopper. This is a bit tricky to place, you might have to break out an extra bit of room, going into another temporary block like so, and then replace that with a dropper, just like that, and make sure that dropper is facing upwards, and then place a hopper going into another temporary block, and make that temporary block into a dropper facing upwards, and then do the same thing, but don't go up, so just go like that. Make that hopper go into another temporary block, which is a dropper, and then a hopper into another temporary block, which is a dropper, and then turn this dropper to the left, or to the side the piston is on. And then place another hopper going into a temporary block, and then replace it with a dropper, and then another hopper going into a temporary block, replace that with a dropper, and one more hopper going into this dispenser here. So it should just loop around. And if you count your droppers, you should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, count the droppers plus the dispenser, so there should be 7 droppers and 1 dispenser. So now what you can do is you can place redstone right along every single one of those droppers and hoppers, just like this. But then you want to place a repeater. I forgot to list that, a repeater. This very last one going into the block. This will power this dispenser, which will then shoot out the shulker blocks, placing it. And you will have to remove this block here, because normally you'll make your wall like that, there. So you'll need that block on that side. So remove it here so the redstone can connect. So now, on to the next part. Okay, before we get started on the next bit, I just remembered you have to replace this block here with a slab. I definitely recommend using like the block the middle is made out of, because you will be able to see it. And this is because the shulker blocks will not be able to open because it's opening upwards when there's a block there. Okay, so now that we've done that, go into your inventory and grab out some redstone torches, some redstone repeaters, some building blocks that won't be able to be seen. Oh, some building blocks that will be able to be seen. So I'm just going to use stone brick slabs. Some comparators, some redstone, and 1 observer. Okay, so now come to the back here and come 1 block diagonally down from this middle block here and place a block like so. Now, the reason why I said use a block that looks nice is because you can see it straight through there. So I'm using stone brick. So now on that block, place a comparator coming out of the block the arrow is on, which should instantly get turned on, and then place an observer in front of it with the red dot facing downwards and the face facing upwards. Then come to the right of that observer where the redstone is and place a block like so. Then place a piece of redstone on the observer, like this. So this redstone should not connect to that one there. Now come 1 block below this redstone, this observer here, and place 1 piece of orange concrete or any building block that allows redstone currents to pass through, so you can't use glass or leaves. And then come 1 block diagonally down like this to the side closest to the piston, and then place a repeater on 2 tick delays coming out of that block, going into another building block, and then coming towards the front wall, place another block diagonally 1 down with a repeater set to 1 tick delay like so. So it should look like that from a sky view, from a side view like that, from another side view just like that. So make sure this repeater is on 2 ticks, so 1 click, and no clicks, so 1 tick. So now, for the final stages, you can come down here and place a block here with a piece of redstone on it, then cover that up by placing a block there, and place a redstone torch on this block, and then come 1 block away like so, and place redstone on 2 blocks, going towards this dropper here, and then come 1 block diagonally up, so like this, so this redstone is going into this block, which will then lock this hopper, and then place a redstone torch right there with a piece of redstone on a block that connects it to this dropper hopper system. So right here there's a redstone torch, then there's a block that is connected to this redstone torch connected to the dropper hopper system. So now we just have to place in the shulkers and we're done. Okay, for this last bit, you can grab out some building blocks and block up the bits behind it, and you might want to block up here because you can see that bit when the piston extends, but you cannot place a block there. You have to come 1 block out like this, and that means you can cover up the dispensers. So now if you just add a little wall around here, it looks much nicer. So now it's time to add in the shulkers. So now if we put in our grey shulker up here, we can place it down here and then turn the arrow, which will then push it. Now we can put in our white shulker, place it down there, and then turn the arrow, push it. And we just do this until we hit back to the grey shulker. Ooh, I forgot to put that one in there. That one goes in there. That one goes in there. And That one goes in there. And then finally, that one goes in there, and you can see the grey shulker gets instantly dispensed back. So now we can just keep on turning this around and getting our shulkers and open them and put all of our stuff in. When decorating the shulker box 9000 or any redstone creation, you have to be really careful where you place the blocks to cover up the redstoning, because otherwise you could get into a terrible mishap where you cover up some redstoning but it actually cuts off the redstone line. So if I place a block here, that will not work because this redstone line here is getting cut off from the one below there. So an easy way to decorate any of these redstone creations is to make an outline around it where you know it won't damage the redstone, and then just build up from there. Just like that. And decorating the front is much easier because you can replace any of these front blocks here and not damage the redstoning. As long as when you're filling these in so you don't see them, you don't like cut off the redstoning in any way. Which, as I'm doing, I'm not cutting off any redstone whatsoever. So you can have a bit of fun like this. And the one that I did in my mansion, I was made out of marble, which looked really awesome, and you can make this out of any block you like. So, the Shulker Swapper 9000 is completely decorated and completely redstoned up, or completely Minecraft magicked up, and ready to help sort your life. That's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. We're on our way to 1000. It is so close, like only 200 subs. So, I will see you guys later. Peace. And remember, stay carbonated.